When humans arrived 2 million years ago, everything changed for dirt. And from that moment on, the fate of dirt and humans has been intimately linked.
We think that diamonds are very important, gold is very important, all these minerals are very important. We call them precious minerals. But they are all forms of the soil. But that part of this mineral that is on top, like it is the skin of the earth, that is the most precious of the commons.
Our wealth is imaginary. It comes from soil.
If we don't take care of the soil, which is just the first 5 centimeters layer of life that is on the earth, our future is totally condemned.
When we think about pollution and damage to the environment, we tend to think about air, water, and what's happening above ground. You can see waste being dumped into our rivers, the smog staining the air above our cities, or trees being cut down. But rarely do we think of the pollution and destruction of the land itself, the literal dirt beneath our feet. Maybe it's because all dirt pretty much looks the same, or because it's hard to think of dirt, that stuff we try to rid from our houses, clothes, and bodies, as a living thing that needs our protection. But that's exactly what the documentary Dirt the Movie is here to tell you, that dirt is alive, and that mankind's connection to dirt and its health is possibly the most important relationship humans have ever had. Humans' interest in dirt isn't anything new. The film points out that the creation myths of nearly every religion have the first humans springing from the soil or being fashioned from dirt by a deity. Humans belonged to the earth, not the other way around, and we learned to live off the gifts it provided. Then agriculture came along, making our relationship with dirt even more intimate as we started to control the earth and the water to raise our own plants and animals. This led to humans creating permanent settlements, often and still making our homes out of, you guessed it, dirt. Eventually, science confirmed what our culture had already told us, that dirt is, in fact, alive, with billions of organisms living in every spoonful that break down organic matter and return nutrients to the soil. Dirt is also integral to cleaning the world's fresh water, and healthy soil grows plants and trees that prevent erosion, feed animals, clean the air, consume carbon, and store water. As far as we know, the Earth is the only planet covered by this thin layer of living skin between rock and the air, and without this skin, life as we know it would not exist. But as with all living things, soil is fragile, and Dirt the Movie reveals the many ways humans are destroying this underappreciated wealth. The modern agricultural system has become a Frankenstein's monster, where decades of monoculture farming has stripped the soil of its nutrients, requiring tons of synthetic fertilizers so any crops can grow at all. Monoculture farming also increases the use of pesticides, which not only kills pests, but also the beneficial organisms that live in the soil. The unabsorbed fertilizers and pesticides eventually run off into the water supply, harming the ecology of our oceans and rivers. Short-sighted agricultural techniques also lead to deforestation, which increases erosion, extinctions, drought, and further contributes to climate change. Big agribusiness also pushes out small farmers, the people who have tended and relied on the soil for generations. Then there's the effects of resource extraction on the soil. Millions of acres of forest are clear-cut every year for timber, disrupting the soil's natural cycles. And of course, there's the horrific damage done through mining, the worst examples of which are the rapacious techniques of strip mining and mountaintop removal, where millions of tons of earth are blown up to get at the minerals inside, with the dirt trucked away and dumped like trash, leaving enormous craters and scars across the landscape where plants can no longer grow. The film also draws a connection between environmental degradation and conflict, where violence, instability, and desperation are found wherever people lack healthy soil and clean water for farming. But now that we understand the science and importance of healthy soil, we can do more to help it. We can diversify our crops, make more of our farmland organic, and mimic natural processes like composting that we know contribute to healthy soil. We can stop clear-cutting the world's forests and blowing up our mountains, which causes erosion, the loss of valuable topsoil, and the desertification of productive land. We can peel away some of the pavement in our communities to let the earth breathe, grow plants, absorb and clean our water, and reduce dangerous runoff. And most importantly, we can give people the chance to renew their relationship with the land so they can understand the many benefits, including therapeutic ones, of green spaces and getting our hands dirty. As the writer Wendell Berry said, our land passes in and out of our bodies, just as our bodies pass in and out of our land. If we keep disrespecting the connection between our dirt and our lives, we run the risk that someday our dirt, our earth, may not want us here anymore. I'm Jonathan Kim, and this is a ReThink Review.